Today you're thinking about buying the Yamaha YDP-S35 digital piano, a sleek instrument with a stellar reputation. This video will save you from buyer's remorse by showing you the critical flaws and surprising compromises hidden behind that polished finish. But here's what surprised me most. Some of its most advertised premium features actually create its biggest frustrations for real players. Therefore, you might be about to make a very expensive mistake. For the best price, click the link in the description. That's the contrarian snapback, a warning, because on paper, the YDP-S35 looks like a dream. It promises the sound of Yamaha's legendary CFX Concert Grand. It boasts a weighted keyboard action and beautiful, compact furniture design. And with a 4.7-star rating on Amazon, the crowd seems to love it. But crowd wisdom isn't always *keyboard *wisdom. Therefore, let's dig past the marketing and the 5-star reviews. What problems lurk in the details? That's the curiosity loop we're opening right now. The first major point of tension is the price. At around $1199.99, this sits in a fiercely competitive segment. You're in serious digital piano territory, not casual keyboard land. Therefore, expectations are rightly high. For that investment, you want authentic feel, breathtaking sound, and durable construction. The YDP-S35 delivers on some fronts, but on others, it stumbles in ways that cheaper competitors might not. So is the brand name worth the premium? We'll find out. But first, let's talk about the core of any piano, the touch. Yamaha's GHS weighted action is the engine here. They market it as heavier in the low keys and lighter in the high keys, just like an acoustic piano. And that's true. The grading is perceptible and helpful for dynamics. However, here's the first problem. Many advanced players and even dedicated intermediates find the GHS action to feel, well, a bit spongy and noisy. The key mechanism has a distinct plastic-on-plastic thump on the return, especially when playing softly. It lacks the refined, solid bottoming feel of Yamaha's more expensive actions, or even some actions from Roland and Kawai in this price range. Therefore, if you're coming from an acoustic piano, this might be your biggest adjustment. The keys do have weight, but the texture and the pivot point can feel less substantial. It's like the difference between a well-made office chair and a luxury car seat. Both do the job, but one reminds you it's a simulation. And speaking of simulation, let's talk about the star of the show, the sound. This is where the marketing gets loud, but the experience gets complicated. Yamaha boasts about the CFX Premium Grand Piano Voice, powered by virtual resonance modeling or VRM. They say it recreates the power and tone of their flagship Concert Grand and allows for vivid expression. And listen, the core piano sound is undeniably beautiful. It's clear, rich, and has a lovely resonant tail on the notes. The VRM does add complexity, simulating string resonances and soundboard interactions. But here's the second, and perhaps most ironic, problem. The built-in speakers struggle to do this sound justice. Therefore, you have this meticulously sampled, nuanced sound engine, funneled through a speaker system that can sound boxy and compressed at higher volumes. The bass can get a bit muddy, and the brilliant highs of the CFX sample can sometimes turn brittle through the speakers. It's like having a 4K movie on a standard definition TV. You know the quality is in there, but you can't fully access it. This leads us to a crucial mini-promise. The YDP-S35 is arguably a better piano with headphones than without. And that's a significant caveat for a furniture-style piano. The stereophonic optimizer for headphones is a genuine bright spot. It creates a wonderful, spacious soundstage in your ears, making it feel like the sound is coming from the instrument, not squeezed into your skull. So if you plan to practice mostly with headphones, this feature is a major win. But if you dream of filling your room with lush, acoustic-like sound for yourself or an audience, the speaker system might leave you wanting. You'll be turning it up thinking more, like a pianist at an all-you-can-eat buffet who's only allowed a breadstick. Now let's look at the body. The design is minimalist and slim, a real plus for small spaces. It looks elegant. However, the third problem is in the build materials and stability. To achieve that slim profile, some compromises were made. The cabinet, while not flimsy, has more hollow-sounding panels and lightweight plastics than you might expect at this price. The key cover feels particularly lightweight, and the unit itself can be prone to rocking a tiny bit if you play with vigorous passion. It's not unstable, but it lacks the rock-solid, heirloom feel of its more expensive siblings. Therefore, the compact design that brings elegance to any room is a half-truth. It brings a modern asterisk look for sure, but the elegance fades a bit when you interact with it and hear the occasional creak or feel the slight give. It's the difference between a stylish flat-pack bookshelf and a solid wood one. Both hold books, but one feels like a permanent part of the room. Let's lighten the mood with a joke. Why did the piano player keep banging his head against the key cover? He was trying to play a note to himself about the build quality. Okay, moving on. The 3 piano-style pedals are a proper inclusion, with continuous detection for half pedaling on the sustain. This is non-negotiable for serious practice, and Yamaha gets it right. No complaints there. But the connectivity is where we hit problem number 4. This is a fairly bare-bones piano. You get headphone jacks and a basic USB-to-host port for connecting to a computer to use as a MIDI controller. But there are no standard 1/4-inch audio outputs. There is no line-in. There is no Bluetooth. Therefore, if you want to connect to an external speaker system to fix the speaker issue, you're out of luck without some awkward adapter workarounds. If you want to stream audio from your phone to play along, you can't. In 2023 and beyond, this feels oddly restrictive. Competing models often include these features. It locks the YDP-S35 into being a standalone practice instrument, limiting its versatility. It's a digital piano that seems afraid of other digital devices. Like a grandpa at a family reunion who just wants to sit in his chair and not be asked about Wi-Fi, let's check the top reviews. Many praise the sound and action, especially beginners and those upgrading from a non-weighted keyboard. They're rightfully thrilled, but the critical reviews often echo our deep dive. The speaker quality, the lightweight build, and the lack of connectivity are recurring pain points. The high average rating is buoyed by the fantastic core piano experience for the right user. But the critical reviews are the ones you need to listen to if those points matter to you. So who is this piano actually for? Here's the resolution and the positive note I promised. Despite the problems, the Yamaha YDP-S35 is not a bad piano. In fact, for a specific person, it could be a fantastic choice. Therefore, let's reframe. This piano is perfect for the dedicated beginner or early intermediate player with limited space, who primarily practices with headphones, values the Yamaha name and a beautiful core piano sound above all else, and doesn't need advanced connectivity. It's a focused, practice-oriented home piano. If you are that person, the YDP-S35 delivers a motivating and aesthetically pleasing experience. The CFX sound through headphones is inspiring. The GHS action, while not premium, is a legitimate weighted action that will build proper finger strength. The slim design is a genuine space saver, and the 3-pedal unit is fully functional. Think of it not as a cheap high-end piano, but as a premium entry-point instrument. It's the gateway drug to the Yamaha ecosystem. But if you are an advanced player needing nuanced action, if you want to perform for small groups using the built-in sound, or if you see yourself integrating with recording software or external gear easily, therefore, you should look at competitors like the Kawasaki KDP-120 or Roland RP-701, or stretch your budget to a Yamaha CLP-725. They address many of these flaws. So, the final verdict: don't buy the Yamaha YDP-S35 if you ignored all the problems we just outlined. But do buy the Yamaha YDP-S35 if you are its ideal user, the headphone-based home practitioner who prioritizes sound and space. It's a lesson in matching product to person. Why did the YDP-S35 cross the road? To get to the other side of the living room without bumping into the sofa, because it's so slim. Final joke. What's a digital piano's favorite type of story? One with a lot of asterisk, reverb asterisk, but unfortunately, you'll need headphones to truly hear it on this model. In the end, your money and your musical journey deserve the right tool. I've done the deep dive so you can make a clear choice. If the YDP-S35 sounds right for you after this honest review, you can find the best current price on Amazon by clicking the link in the description below.